next, the 70 Jazz. For Philadelphia, a loss in their opening game. They're laser focused now on winning that first one tonight. Jazz, Sixers. Don't leave your seat. We'll be right back. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Friday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Monday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And for that game against the Spurs, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. George and Martin looking to produce at the forward spots. Cameron Payne out there with Victor Oladipo. And it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. And for the Jazz,
no question, B.A. And that can be tough to achieve for teams that might have a new coach. Or if you had a lot of roster changes. Teams with continuity tend to have the advantage to start the season.
Well, as the saying goes, got to give the people what they want. MP is looking to reward his hometown fans' dedication by putting on a show. And most importantly, bringing home a win. Not just tonight, but he's determined to win a ton here at home.
I think it's a really admirable goal to be a truly fearsome home team. Not just because it intimidates your opponents, but because it shows MP's commitment to delivering for these fans. He knows they're here to see their team win big, and so that's what he wants to deliver for them night after night inside this arena.
And now let's check in with Allie to see what she has on MP for us. Take it away, Allie.
I talked to MP about their shortcoming last season, and he said his biggest disappointment was missing the playoffs by far. MP went on to say, "We fight so hard during the regular season, but we write our legacy in the playoffs. Not even making the postseason was a huge reality check for us and is a huge motivator for us this season. The fire has been lit underneath them." We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. You know, with a guy as competitive as MP, missing the playoffs has to eat at him. First quarter, just over a minute played.
You know, when Oladipo is throwing shots away, it gets everybody going, and his coaches and teammates alike love it.
Here's House. Embiid covers. Nifty move. Second chance effort. And that one's good. House has got his second basket on the night. And an all-defensive first-team selection last season for MP. Grant, what's that tell you about him as a player?
Well, it tells me he's all about winning. Not the glamorous side of the game. It's all about grit and taking the challenge on a nightly basis.
Yep, that one goes.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
Here's House. And it's blocked by Embiid.
The defensive instincts of Embiid on display there with the denial.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. 4 on the clock. Here's Sexton. They grab their own miss. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Joel Embiid.
Heading play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
Now here's Payne. Martin a screen. The three. Here's Embiid. Utah grabs the miss. Here's George. Drops in the layup for two. George has got 5 now.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Payne, pass to Martin. Back to Payne. Now here's George. Pass to Embiid. With the fadeaway. Count it. 6 points for him. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. They set the pick. Here's George. The quick look, no good that time.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
George feels it out a bit. Martin outside. 4-3. Kicks it to George. No good from outside.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now let's send it down to Allie, who has a report on MP.
BA, I asked MP how they'd be approaching home games this season, and he said, I told my guys, we have to do better this year, period. When the game is in our house, we owe it to our fans to win it. Guys, I can get the feeling this isn't going to be an easy stop on the road for anyone.
Nope, and MP always working for the people, Allie. Now here's Oladipo. No made baskets yet. Embiid misses. Here's Hendricks. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Martin outside. Lets the three fly. Utah with the rebound. House has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's hard to say where this team would be defensively without MP. Grant, his impact cannot be overstated.
Well, B.A., he's their defensive anchor, no doubt. MP is so good at disrupting and annoying opposing offenses, and that's why he was named the Defensive Player of the Year last season.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. A different look for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for House, and Sensabaugh subbed in for Sexton. The 76ers also with a sub. Oubre's checked in. '76ers trail by 6. Outside Payne. Oh, they get a hand on it. Grant with it. He's scoreless. The rebound by Embiid.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of...
He's checked in for Utah. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia.
It's all you, MP. You got this.
George passes to House. And now the Sixers on the break. Pass to George. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
1:43 left to play in the first. Here's House. George defending. George over to help. Fires for 3. George, that one's good. George has gotten his third basket of the night.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Wesley, the pass to George. Drains the triple.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Utah leading by 4. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous. Dominant offensive stretch.
56 seconds left in the first. It's George on the wing. Kessler with a rebound. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Here's House. He shoots again. And he lays it up and in. And now an 8-point Jazz lead. And for the very first time in his career, last season,
is top of the line.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
A different look here for Utah. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kessler. Clarkson comes in for Grant. And it's Jones in for George.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's House. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
11 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Wesley. Pass to George. Over Green. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Utah Jazz closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now, that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
They've got Draymond Green. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Trey Jones. And it's House in at the center position. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the second. Both shots good from the stripe. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. It's George on the wing. Green covering. They get it back. Jazz leading by 9. Pass to House. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. And there's another one for the Jazz. And MP was first-team all-rookie last year, Grant. What a start to his career.
Yeah, I was on that night. ...1995 all-rookie team. And let me tell you, it's great to be on it. But with that honor comes a bit of pressure. Now, MP, he must continue to improve, and I think he will.
The fadeaway. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Pass to Wesley. Oh, he tries a three. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
George continuing to become a better passer. That's one area that's clearly improved over his career.
Here's House. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. House has got 22.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
George for 3, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Cavs leading by 8. Clarkson outside. To the inside. House. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher, and we saw it right there.
Here's Wesley. 9 points for him in his last game. For 3, George. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. For Utah, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Now here's Oubre. He's guarded closely. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And we know Oubre's not shy. When he gets in there, he's going to draw fouls against those defenders.
A different look here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Hendricks comes in for Sensabaugh. And it's Colin Sexton in for Clarkson. Here's House. And he takes that one up and powers it through. With the announcement of Rookie of the Year, MP now has higher expectations than ever on his potential.
Yeah, that's one award that says as much about what you might do as what you have done. It's an honor, but believe me, it comes with a lot of people expecting a lot out of you.
And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Embiid high post. Five on the clock. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Kessler. What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer, Allen Iverson, back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
George, he's checked in for Utah. Here's House. He's guarded by Martin. Tries again. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Utah shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
His first personal, second team foul.
And the free throw, no good. Granted, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Here's George. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. George has got 10 points.
I'll tell you what. They are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Outside Payne. And the three-pointer goes.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Sexton against Oladipo. Sexton passes to House. The shake up is up and in. House has got 32 points. And as you know, MP racked up his 4th All-NBA selection. But the coveted first-team spot still eludes him.
I mean, you have to be the best of the best to get first team. But that's something MP gets closer to every year. He's not done yet in terms of his upward trajectory. pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Nice shot by George.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to Martin. Oladipo outside. Now here's Embiid. Out to Oubre. The three. Good. And the assist to Embiid. Oubre's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Asking Oubre to help stretch the floor, and he delivers.
Down low. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
First and blocks. And they did a good job taking care of the...
And they wanted to make an impact on the defensive end and accomplish that goal. First in the league in blocks. A defensive powerhouse.
Oh, man,
Oh!
punch that was.
Bad intentions.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant. Moving the ball to the wide open man and getting an assist out of it.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Oladipo against Sexton. Lets it go from the wing, and the 76ers tack on two more.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Back to Payne. Pass to Embiid. With the putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. Embiid's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Here's House. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. 76ers trail by 10. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Payne, the pass to Martin. Back to Payne. Screen by Embiid. Payne finds Embiid. It's tipped.
Blocking foul called on Cameron Payne. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Just 4 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's House. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's Utah going into the break up 12. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We'll be right back after this word.
Welcome to the half, as we first take a quick glance at the injury report from around the league.
The Sixers getting bit by the injury bug. The absence of Maxey really affects what they can do offensively. They rely on his play.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Utah Jazz. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. It'll be the second game of 4 straight at home. Taking a look at the 76ers. Martin slides in at the 4 with Embiid in the pivot. Cameron Payne out there with Victor Oladipo. And it's George in at the 3. Now Payne. Here's Embiid. Oh, putting in the work. Embiid finishes inside.
Embiid, such a dominant force inside. That's exactly where his coaches and teammates want him operating.
George passes to House, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Pass to Martin. Back to Payne. Here's George. Shot clock at 6. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Jeremy Grant.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's House. Embiid covers. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And the second free throw is good. 76ers trail by 13. Oladipo outside. 90 seconds into the second half now. George outside. Just 4 to shoot. Over Grant. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. George has got 17.
There is no slowing down Paul George. A volcanic eruption from PG tonight.
Pass to House.